Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to News 2 at 4. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus.
Deadly violence at the nation's capital last week is keeping many on high alert. 5 people, including a police officer, died in the clash. Several Republican lawmakers warned of worsening violence during yesterday's impeachment vote. Now, groups across the country have planned election protests at all 50 state capitol buildings when President-elect Joe Biden is inaugurated next week. News 2's Stasi Olmos is tracking what we can expect in downtown Nashville next week. Stasi?
Well, Bob, you may remember I was downtown right here when that very first peaceful protest back in May turned into a riot. And thankfully, that's not something we've seen here in Nashville ever since. But police have been alerted to the possibility of those riots happening here at the Capitol. They say armed protests may be in the plans, and businesses and residents I spoke to down here say they are not taking that warning lightly.
I think it's sad when people feel that they need to have any sort of violent stance.
It started in D.C. on January 6th as officials began to certify presidential election results.
My birthday was the 6th, and I saw what was happening in D.C. where I used to live, and I talked to friends up there, and we just all think it's so sad that national property's been defaced and that people just feel that they can just do anything.
Now the FBI is warning of armed protests planned at all 50 state capitals from January 16th through Inauguration Day on the 20th.
I'm confident that it could happen here. I saw it this summer, not that obviously, but I think that there's a lot of anger that is being stirred in a way that we haven't seen in a long time. And I don't know how it can turn out.
Sheraton Grand is just across the street from Legislative Plaza, where protesters often gather. They tell News 2 they, along with other hotels, are taking extra precautions. Till 5 Pizza is just across the way as well. They say they've never had a problem with any of the protests. In fact, they just get more business. But in the coming days, some businesses are also opting to stay closed, while others will work remote on Inauguration Day.
My office is about 5 blocks from the Capitol. I'll be working, but I am a little nervous, and maybe we will work remotely that day.
If you have something to say, I think you should say it peacefully. I think you should make your voice heard. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Metro Police Chief John Drake said that they are not aware of any threats as of right now to government buildings or businesses, but they are staffed just in case these legal, peaceful protests do turn violent. Now, I can confirm that we already are seeing an increased presence of troopers down here at the Capitol. Reporting live downtown, Stasi Olmos, News 2.